Hello, ho, ho, and welcome to my very first episode of my podcast, Teen Meets World. I'm Danny Owens, and I'm joined by my dad, Martin Owens.
Hiya, Danny. Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk about our favourite Christmas films, along with the characters and actors.
Sounds good.
I hope you all enjoy, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's start with our favourite Christmas films.
Favourite Christmas films. Right, okay. Want me to go first?
Yes?
Yeah? Right, I think my favourite Christmas film has got to be National Lampoons Christmas Vacation. Chevy Chase?
Oh, yes, Chevy Chase.
That's a classic. You like that film as well, though, don't you?
Oh, yes.
So where would you rank that in your favourite films? Is that right up there, or have you got a lot more sort of ahead of that one?
Oh, yeah, it might be something to do with that.
So you've got other films ahead of that? Right, well, I think we've got like a little list here, actually, that you've put this together, haven't you? So I'm going for National Lampoons. Chevy Chase, plays Clark Griswold.
Yep.
So that's the third vacation film, I think. So you've got National Lampoon's Vacation, then you've got the European one, and then I think that's the third one, isn't it? The Christmas one.
Yes, the Christmassy one where Clark, he has trouble. He has trouble. He has trouble. Why did I say trouble? Trouble with decorating the Christmas lights onto the house and such.
That's right. He does. Yeah, he does. Because does he not like cut out like all the electricity in the neighbourhood as well? That's pretty good, Danny. I tell you what. Now, obviously, he's like the star of the show, but another guy is Cousin Eddie, isn't it?
Yes.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah, Randy.
I think he's in all of them, isn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's not in the second one. He's not in the European Vacation. He's in the first one, Christmas one. I think he's in is it the Vegas one?
Definitely.
Juliette Lewis, she plays Audrey. Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Galecki.
Oh, yeah?
He plays the son, he plays Russell. Right, so anyway, that film, for me, is just a childhood classic, so it doesn't matter what you come up with or what's made, like from going forward or what's been made since, that I think that'll always be my favourite Christmas movie. So what about you?
Oh, yes, yeah, I do love Christmas Vacation. Alright, the next one I'm going to choose is Arthur Christmas.
Ah, brilliant. We saw that in the pictures, remember?
Yeah, back in 2011.
Jeez. 2011. Crikey.
Yeah.
So tell us about the cast then. Who's in that?
There's James McAvoy.
Brilliant. He's a
There's...
Celtic fan, you know.
I know he is. And there's also Bill Nighy.
Yeah, good actor.
As well as Imelda Staunton.
Who does she play?
She's Mrs. Claus.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, of course. Imelda has also been in two other Aardman films like Chicken Run and The Pirates and Adventurous Scientists. And his second Aardman role came from Arthur Christmas, where she's Mrs. Santa.
Ah, right. Okay. Isn't Hugh Laurie? He does a voice, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's Steve, Arthur's big brother.
Is he? He's next in line to be Santa, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, he's all like, I'm Santa. You said I could dry, Dad.
Right, okay. So what we've got next?
Well,
we're still talking about that.
Yes, there's also Jim Broadbent.
He's in... How many Christmas films is he in? He's in loads, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a celebrity virus.
Get Santa. He's in that.
Yeah, he was, yeah, because about 4 years later, he reprised as Santa for Get Santa.
Get Santa. He's
Yeah.
in another Christmas film. Can't think what it is.
Oh, it was the
Is
boy.
Bridget Jones, is that a Christmas film? Or is that just a
Yes.
bit of it at Christmas?
Oh yes, Bridget Jones as well, and A Boy Called Christmas.
Boy Called Christmas, yeah. I'm sure he's in another one, you know.
Oh, that movie, Arthur Christmas. Everyone should know that not only Aardman were responsible for doing this, it was mostly made by Sony Pictures Animation that also made Open Season, Surf's Up, as well as they did the live-action takes of Peter Rabbit in the Smurfs.
See, I don't know any of this. But it's good to know. Maybe some... if we're lucky enough to have some people that want to listen to this podcast, which I'm sure they will, they might know a little bit about some movies like you do.
Oh, yeah.
I've got no clue about who produces it, what companies are involved. Nah. So it's a good job we've got you then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, what's next? What we're talking about next? Or is it my turn? I've got another movie I need to talk about.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
Right, okay, so... Oh, actually, you know what? There's quite a lot. What should I choose next? Scrooged? Bill Murray.
Oh, yes, Bill Murray being the New York City version of Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah. Oh, what a classic film that is, though. That's a great... In fact, you watched that this year, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
I didn't watch it this year. Anyway, yeah, so Bill Murray. He's the modern day Scrooge. In fact, his brother is in it as well.
Oh, yes, his big brother, Brian Doyle Murray, a.k.a. the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And so in Scrooge, he plays Bill Murray's dad when the ghost of Christmas Past comes, takes him back to his childhood. I think it was a Christmas Eve, like when he was about 7 or 8 or something. And he comes in, bursts through the door, and that's his dad, isn't it? He plays his dad.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Classic film. What else have we got then?
Oh, and next up, there's two TV specials that were based on Raymond Briggs's classical books, both The Snowman and Father Christmas.
Ah, well, do you know what? Yeah, you've got to watch The Snowman at Christmas, haven't you? It's a classic. It just, well, for me anyway, I know you love it, but when I was a kid, I used to watch that every year. But I do love Father Christmas with Mel Smith.
Oh, yes, rest in peace, Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he liked saying blooming all the time when he's performing the character.
What's the song he sings?
For another blooming Christmas.
Jump up on my sleigh.
What a blooming country.
I thought you were going to say something else.
Yes, I should be so blooming lucky.
I'm just glad you didn't, Danny. Right, anyway, we'll move on before something slips out. Right, okay. We've got to talk about classics. Home Alone.
Oh yes, Home Alone, where some boy named Kevin Callister somehow is forgotten about because his family, they were going to go on a Christmas vacation.
They were going to Paris, weren't they?
Yeah, but for some reason, the son, Kevin, he was left out.
Yeah, but can you remember what happened?
Yep.
So he had a big blowout with his family the night before. So they've got all the cousins, aunties, uncles, the mum, dad, brothers, sisters, everybody's there. So it's hectic. And he has a bit of a kick-off with his family, doesn't he? So he's sent to the attic. We've got like a loft bedroom. So he's sent up there. And then there's a nosy kid that comes along when they're trying to load all the vans to go to the airport. So when the eldest brother or sister, I can't remember, is doing a head count, she counts the little boy, because he's sort of meddling, he's interfering with all their luggage and seeing what they've got, and she does a head count and she taps him on the head. So she counts him as Kevin, and then he goes, and then through all the panic and all that hectic,
Yeah.
airport crack, they realise, well, they fly away, don't they? And then they realise that he's actually he's been left behind. So he's home alone.
Yes, and I remember Uncle Frank's signature, "Look what you did, you little jerk," during that kickoff scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said it before there was silence.
What about Joe Pesci, his character?
Oh yes, the dastardly Harry. Yep, Harry.
Are they, what are they called? The Wet Bandits?
Yeah, I think they are. And then there was a sequel where where the family go to Florida, but Kevin is accidentally in New York City.
Hey, have we jumped into Home Alone 2 now? Tim Curry, he's in it.
Oh yeah, he's the dastardly hotel manager.
Yeah. Can you imagine if they crossed Tim Curry's character from Rocky Horror Picture Show and into like being the hotel manager? That would have been a bit weird, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Imagine
yes.
him bursting into that scene where he goes, sort of walks into the hotel room and Kevin pretends it's his dad that's in the shower. Can you imagine if he'd have caught him and Tim Curry was dressed as the guy from Rocky Horror Picture Show? That would have been a bit strange. I don't know if that would have been a kid's Christmas film, actually, if that happened. But anyway, that didn't happen. So, next film, what we got?
Oh, next up, there's not only that there's a Christmas Carol movie in 2009 done by Steven Spielberg and Robert Zemeckis.
Oh,
but there's also a Muppet version of that same film.
So what, the Muppet version of Christmas Carol?
Yes. Yeah, because the Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg one had Jim Carrey's Ebenezer Scrooge.
Brilliant.
But in the Muppet version, they had Michael Caine.
Ah, do you know what? I totally forgot that he was in that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. So, I remembered that the Muppet Christmas Carol usually had a couple of familiar Muppet faces to be put for the characters. For example, Kermit the Frog was Bob Cratchit, with Mrs. Cratchit being Miss Piggy, Robin being Tiny Tim, Statler and Waldorf, the two Muppet hecklers, they become the Marley brothers, Jacob and Robert Marley. Gonzo is there.
Right, yeah.
Gonzo is there with Rizzo the Rat providing narration. And
is it Camilla?
Camilla the Chicken.
Yeah, is that Gonzo's girlfriend?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was there. Maybe just for a brief appearance.
Yeah, right, okay.
And then there was Fozzie Bear as Fozziewig.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that sort of crossing over? Do you know the animated one with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
And when it sort of goes back, Christmas Past, the Ghost of Christmas Past again. So they go back, and it shows you the scene where he was with his first employer when he was doing an apprenticeship. Was that Fuzziewig or Fizzywig?
Fezziwig.
Fezziwig.
Yes.
Do you know what? I think there's a shop in Tynemouth called Fezziwigs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so what else are you going to tell us about the Muppets Christmas Carol?
Oh yeah, I do remember seeing that when I was about just a little 3-year-old or something like that, back in our first old house in Gosforth.
Oh, right, yeah. That was a long time ago, Danny.
Oh yeah, because I remember having the original DVD.
Mm-hmm. Well, you've got literally thousands of DVDs. So, what about crossing over to the Jim Carrey one?
Oh,
Bob Hoskins is in that one, isn't he?
yeah, he's both Fezziwig and as well as Old Joe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's two characters. And Jim Carrey, not only he's Ebenezer Scrooge, but he's also the Ghost of Christmas Past and the Ghost of Christmas Present.
Is he? He does the Ghost of Christmas Past. That candle.
Yep. And not only that, but Gary Oldman, he was both Bob Cratchit and Jacob Marley.
Well, I didn't know he was Jacob Marley, but I knew he was Bob Cratchit. So what about the Ghost of Christmas Present? No.
Present?
Yeah, the big guy. Is it?
Yes, Present.
Yeah. So who plays him?
Well, I did tell you it was Jim Carrey as well.
Oh, he's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay. And what... Well, actually, I don't know who the... He doesn't speak, does he? The
Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come?
Yeah. He just points with his bony fingers.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, what we're doing? Are we moving on to another one?
Yes, another Christmas movie that was also done by Stephen and Robert, The Polar Express with Tom Hanks.
Oh, well, that's just a classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a great film. So when was that made?
That was made
2008?
Well, 2004, actually.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Of course, I think in 2008 I finally got the DVD.
So you'd have been 4.
Yeah, it must have been 4 when I had the DVD.
Jeez, that's gone. Oh, bloody hell. Wow, that's a classic film as well. But Tom Hanks, he plays a few characters, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was the conductor.
And then he's the guy, like the ghost on top of the train.
Yeah, who is a hobo.
And then I'm sure he plays Santa, you know.
Yeah, he's Santa as
I
well.
thought he was.
And speaking of Ebenezer Scrooge, he also provides the voice of the Scrooge puppet, who turns out to be the hobo puppeteering him just to scare the life out of the main character, the boy, saying, "You're a doubter, you don't believe."
How annoying is that kid with the glasses, though?
What? What? The kid that's voiced by Eddie Deason of Dexter's Laboratory?
Is it? That's it. I don't know. I just know there's an annoying kid on the train that knows everything.
Oh, yeah. Look, everybody, it's Wolvershimers. Please pick me, Santa. I want the first gift. There was a big crack on the ice, but I said that was impossible. So you can't even put a trigger. Hey, where are you going now? L.E., what the heck does that mean? Okay, I'll stop.
Can I pick one?
Alright.
Right, now, this is class. Everyone's got to love this one. Elf.
Oh, yeah, with Will Ferrell and James Caan.
Yeah. And Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
Deschanel, yeah. That's a classic film.
Yeah.
Can you remember the scene where I think he downs like a 2 or 3 litre bottle of Coke?
Yeah, and starts belching very disgustedly and loudly.
Well, it was pretty... Well, I'm not being funny about it. You've done some just as big as that. But anyway...
Oh, yes, and also they did, in 2015, Warner Brothers did, however, they made a stop-motion remake of Elf with Jim Parsons of The Big Bang Theory voicing Buddy, and with Mark Hamill from Star Wars providing the voice of Mr. Hobbs, Buddy's dad.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Ed Asner reprised from the original Elf to voice Santa in that remake. Yeah, it's a fun fact.
Yeah, didn't know that. See, Danny, I don't know any of this stuff. You're the expert. I'll just talk to you about these films, the ones that I like and the ones that I know. But yeah, it's good to learn, son. So, what we got next?
Oh, next up there's the Grinch movie that also starred Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Do you know what? Years ago, I don't know if you've seen it, but I watched this little documentary on. It was about like a few different films that Jim Carrey had done,
Yes.
and although he was brilliant in it, he absolutely hated the making of it because he had to sit still and get all that really detailed, intricate sort of makeup and latex and everything on him, and it took hours and hours and hours every day to get it on. And he had to sit still. And you know what Jim Carrey's like. He's crazy, isn't he? So he doesn't want to sit still. So that drove him mad. So every day, when he had to get into his costume, into the character, he had to sit for like 5-6 hours or something just to get all his makeup on perfect to how it needed to be.
Oh, yes.
But Jim was worth it because we liked it, didn't we?
Yes, and of course, that's not the only time a comedian would be a live-action Dr. Seuss character. They would also have Mike Myers to be the Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat, yeah, that's a brilliant one. I like the I like the scene. Do you know the one with the censor where he starts swearing,
Oh,
and
yes.
where he cuts his tail off with a cleaver?
Oh, yes.
We were crying when we first watched that, weren't we?
Yeah, we were crying with laughter.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
So, have you got any facts about the Grinch?
Well, I remembered that Jim did a different tone of voice when he was doing You're the Mean One with Mr. Grinch, going, You're the mean one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You're to make a service of a seesaw crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between you, I take the seasick crocodile. That's what the Grinch did. He started to get all spinny when he did the last part and felt a little sick from spinning.
Danny, you're nuts. But that was good. So, what else we got? There's millions of films. What about Fred Claus?
Oh yeah, the which stars Vince Vaughn and Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
That Paul Giamatti, why would he be the perfect choice for Santa, or should that be Saint Nicholas?
Yeah. Oh, what about well, can we say, isn't it the disgraced Kevin Spacey? He's in it as well.
Oh yeah, as well as Elizabeth Banks and Miranda Richardson of Blackadder.
Do you know what? That's what I was going to say. Miranda Richardson.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know what? I totally forgot that she was in that. It just popped in my head there.
Okay.
Yeah, she plays, Mrs. Claus. Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's a good film. What about the original Santa Claus the movie? That was just a must-watch every year when I was a kid. We had a really, really dodgy video. We had that on VHS. Well, when I was a kid.
Oh yes, the one in the 80s.
Yeah, Dudley Moore. He is in it. That's a classic, that.
Yeah.
And then we've got Tim Allen's Christmas films.
Oh yes. Yeah, the Tim Allen Santa Claus. I did notice in the first Santa Claus movie with Tim Allen, the reindeer didn't look very realistic, but they looked like they were made by the Jim Henson Creature Shop.
Mm.
And I recognised the same techniques and as well as the facial movements. It came from dinosaurs, as well as the Country Bears movie with Christopher Walken, and of course I presume it was also from Jack Frost with Michael Keaton, because
Oh yeah, do you know what? I've not seen that for years.
Yes, and I actually thought some bits of the movements for the snowman were done in CGI.
Yeah, I haven't seen that for years actually. That. What about what's that one we seen at the cinema years ago? Rise of the Guardians. Is that a Christmas film? It's got Santa in it.
Oh yeah, but he's a Russian-ish Santa.
That's right. But it's more like actually it's got the Easter Bunny in it.
Yeah.
Santa's in it.
Yeah, he's a Russian Santa and the Easter Bunny's Australian.
That's right. That was a good film, that.
Yeah.
So, what is your favourite, Danny? What would you say? Right, okay, so if you could only have, right, it's Christmas, you can only have one DVD, you can only watch a DVD, what Christmas film would it be?
Which Christmas movie?
Yeah. So for me, National Lampoons Christmas Vacation. If I could only watch one Christmas film this Christmas, I'd choose that.
Yeah, and well, Deck the Halls, the one where it stars Matthew Broderick.
Ah, and Danny DeVito.
Yes.
Would that be yours? Would that be the Christmas film you choose?
Oh yes, because this is a battle between who puts which Christmas decoration on.
Yeah, because Matthew Broderick, I can't remember his character, but he's known as like Mr. Christmas, isn't he? So he's a bit of a... Well, anyway, he gets put in his place when Danny DeVito comes because he wants to put all the lights up and he wants to sort of show off a little bit, doesn't he? And then they start battling it out.
Oh yes.
So is that like your number one film? Or have you not decided?
And not to mention Jingle All The Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah. I'm Incredible Man. That one.
Yes.
Yeah, I've not seen that for years. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and when I first watched Jingle All The Way, I actually find it a little bit good, even when there's a little bits of cameos in the at the Christmas parade. Yeah, I did see some familiar faces in costume, which are in the toy section, the toy float on the in the Christmas parade. They were all walking around. Not only that, I saw crayons as well as a Cabbage Patch doll, but I also saw costumed versions of Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street, Gumby, Snoopy, Madeline, the Tick. There's also I think Paddington as well.
What? All in that parade? All those things? Do you know what? I never even noticed any of it.
Yeah, even the Cat in the Hat was there as well. You see, Mr. Myers, there's a better costume than you ever wear.
You're joking. What, better than Mike Myers from Cat in the Hat?
Oh yeah.
You're crazy, sir.
Yeah, so there were some small little costumed character cameos in Jingle All The Way during the Christmas parade scene. And I can't believe I actually remembered.
Do you know what? I never even noticed, really. Oh well. Come on then, Danny, what's your favourite film? So, you can only watch one Christmas movie. That is it. What would you choose?
I would like to mostly... I would love to mostly think of watching a film that was actually made by an animation company in Italy, and it features the voice talents of Mary Tyler Moore and Tony Randall.
So what's this then?
How the Toys Saved Christmas.
See, I've not even seen that. So what is that? Is that a film?
Well...
Or a series, did you say?
Well, it is a film. Well, you didn't... In fact, you didn't remember watching this because... Remember back in our old second home in Forest Hall? We watched it on Netflix before we started moving to Wall's End.
Ah. Actually, yeah, I think I do remember it.
Yeah, of course, the animation, it would remind everyone of Tintin and Doug, which that's why I noticed.
Why did they do it? Or was it just similar?
Yeah, it's just the animation designs for the characters. It was a little bit similar to the characters from Doug and Tintin,
Oh, right, okay.
especially with the dog Jingles almost resembling Snowy.
Ah. Right, okay, so that's your choice. Right, I'm definitely choosing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with
We
Chevy
all
Chase.
we already reviewed that.
I'm just saying that's what I'd be choosing.
Well, I haven't finished about. I didn't finish talking about what How the Toys Saved Christmas
Oh,
is described
I'm
as.
sorry, carry on.
Of course, it's a bit like Toy Story with the Raggy Dolls, the Forgotten Toys, and Noddy put with it, and they, in order to save Christmas, they just have to deliver themselves, so that somebody who's really named Mr. Grimm would would sell them to a highest bidder.
Sure, I do remember this.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, Mr. Grimm had to stop Granny Rose by deciding to poison her and make everyone think she's really poorly.
Right. Actually, do you know what? I don't think I watched all of it, you know.
Yeah, oh, you know.
I think I watched some of it.
Yes, and that boy, the boy in that movie, Christopher Winter, he reminds me much about Christopher Robin from Winnie the Pooh.
Right.
And speaking
that?
of, yeah, and speak of the devil, there is a toy teddy bear named Theodore who has a wind-up key on his back, and he sounds and acts a bit like Winnie the Pooh, especially his signature giggle. Yeah, but if he wants to act like that, he needs to wear a red jumper as well.
So, how old is this?
It was released in 1996.
Who's in it?
Mary Tyler Moore and Tony Randall.
Tony Randall. Wow. I'll be honest with you, Danny, I'm surprised. Do you know what? I thought you might have said Elf. Or I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Muppet's Christmas Carol or something. I didn't know you were going to say that. But anyway, I'll have to watch it with you because I don't remember a great deal of it.
Yeah, you don't remember the live statue as well? Well,
what about anything else? Any other films?
Ooh, and there's also 2 Mickey Mouse Christmas specials, both Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas and Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Oh. Yeah?
I mostly like Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. I did not mostly like the CGI in Twice Upon a Christmas.
Twice Upon a Christmas?
Yeah, I prefer the CGI versions of the Mickey Mouse characters if they were in Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
So, do we have any other movies we want to talk about, or
Well,
what we're doing?
of course, in Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, there was a parody of Groundhog Day, but something to do with Christmas, and with some plot line based on the song "I Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day" by The Wizard, and it was on Huey, Dewey, and Louie's side of the story, Donald Duck's nephews. They were getting bored of waiting until Christmas would be over, so in order to spend more time at Christmas, they had to wish it would be Christmas every day.
Well, before we finish, do you want to tell us what your favourite Christmas song is? Or at least one of them.
I will just have to go with Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens.
Good choice. Yeah, that's a good one. Do you know what? I'm going to go Elton John, Step Into Christmas. That always gets you going, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. That was my favourite, my most favourite Christmas song, as well as Mistletoe and Wine by Cliff Richard.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Well, guess that does about it.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed yourself.
Well, Danny, I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me on your show.
Oh yes, and I'm going to bring you back for the second episode, and I'm going to interview you about being the founder of Machine House.
Ah, well, that'll be good because we've been doing some work on that. Anyway, we've done a little bit of stuff with that, haven't we?
Haha, yeah.
But anyway, should we talk about that in the next episode?
Yes.
Right, okay. So, everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could like it on our YouTube channel, share it, subscribe, leave comments. What else, Danny? Oh yeah, if you've got any questions or if there's anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments section, and we'll definitely do it.
Oh yeah. Yes. Hope you've all enjoyed the episode, the very first episode. So I hope we'll see you all again soon.
Yep, brilliant.
All right.
Thanks a lot now.
Yeah, ta-ta, bye-bye, take care.